Hello and welcome back. In this session, I'm going to show you how you can reinforce your learning and understanding of Salesforce by creating your own resources. In previous sessions, we've discussed how giving information meaning is the key to effective learning and to retaining and recalling that information quickly and effectively. One of the best ways that we can add meaning to information is to take the time and create our own resources for reference later on. These resources can range in format from cheat sheets to process maps and flowcharts, all the way through to videos and audio. You can create single resources, or as I would recommend, multiple resources. So let's talk about each type of resource and how they are effective for enhancing your learning. If you've taken a Salesforce Certified course, you will have seen the cheat sheets that we provide with each lesson. If you take a closer look at the structure, you may notice a few things. They are in a mind map format with a brief explanation below. The reason for this is that the mind map helps you visualize the connections and links between the information, so it becomes easier for us to internalize. It's a bit like pre-processing the information before it enters our brain. Next, we have the brief explanation, which helps add more information to the cheat sheet. While the mind map gives us a very high level of detail, the explanation adds more depth. You can include analogies, use cases, or anything else that you think will help with your knowledge retention and recall. And as you can see, they are colourful. As I mentioned in previous lessons, we want to make the information as attractive and memorable as possible, and the easiest way to do this is through colour. This helps the page stand out and it creates interest so that we're more engaged with the information. But cheat sheets are not the only resource that you can create. When you are learning a process-based concept such as approval processes, it might be easier to create a process map or a flowchart where you can see each step as it happens and what happens at that step. This will help you remember the order of steps and how they're related to each other, which is key. Again, you can make these as colourful and attractive as possible. You can also look at creating other diagrams or drawings that you think will help you understand and remember the concepts better. One tip that someone gave me a long time ago that has really worked for me is to create more dynamic resources. For example, when I've been trying to wrap my head around a particularly complex concept or something that doesn't quite make sense to me, I've found that if I create a video explaining it step by step to myself, I can watch and review that video quickly. It doesn't have to be as detailed as full tutorials like Salesforce Certified lessons, but it should have enough information on there so you can quickly review all the key information and anything else that you find useful. If video isn't your thing, then try creating audio recordings. You'll find that as you're recording video or audio recordings, you quickly spot where your knowledge is lacking and where you need to focus. You'll find that as you watch or listen back to yourself, you'll find ways that you could have explained it easier and quicker. That's what happens when I create courses. I write my script, and as I review it, I find parts that I can rewrite in a more direct and efficient way. Sometimes it works the other way, and I may gloss over something, but it's only when I'm reading back that I can spot the improvements that can be made. This is further emphasised when I record and watch the lessons back. I always spot something that I could have done differently, and I incorporate that into the next version. If you apply that to when you're learning a concept, you'll quickly figure out the best way to explain it in the most simplest way possible, which is a true sign that you understand it. Another benefit of video and audio recordings is that you can watch or listen to them anywhere. So you can stick them on a private YouTube channel, download them and send them to your phone, or record them on your phone in the first place. And then when you have a few minutes spare, you're waiting for someone or you're on public transport, you can fire it up and start watching and revising. Make sure that you're creating your own resources to really enhance your learning.